I'm Elise, and welcome to the Crunchy Ginger. So today we're going to talk about zucchini and summer squash. So this time of year, it feels like people are giving it away. It's everywhere. It's all this, it's like, it's too much to eat. There's zucchinis, there's these weird, whatever these are, summer squash, the yellow ones. The thing about zucchini is they're incredibly high in fiber. They're really high in vitamin A, vitamin C, magnesium, potassium, so they're incredibly good for us. But there's really just only so much that we can do with zucchini at one given time. We belong to a CSA, which stands for Community Supported Agriculture. And that means that we pay a farmer, a local farmer, to get a share of their harvest. So that means when things do well, you get a lot of stuff, like zucchini. When things do not so well, you get less of it. And it's just part of being part of the farm, supporting your local community. And I highly recommend it because when the harvest time comes, you're getting a lot of something. So all of this zucchini came to us in one basket this week, and we've already used some of it, and it's just more than our family can handle. But the good news is zucchini preserves really well in the freezer. So today what we're gonna do is chop up some of this zucchini in pieces that will fit in our food processor. Some of these weird ones especially aren't gonna fit because they've got to be able to fit through this hole. If you don't have a food processor, you can just use like a regular cheese grater, but it takes kind of a long time and it's a super good workout for your forearms. But if that's what you've got, then that will totally work. But when we shred up the zucchini, we can freeze it so that we can use it all year round. One of the great things about summer squash and zucchini is that it's really versatile and it hides well. So if you've got picky eaters, if you've got a family of people who don't want to eat vegetables or don't want to eat like chopped up sauteed zucchini, it hides well in pasta sauce. You can just put the shredded zucchini in there. It hides well in breads and cakes, and it kind of disappears as an ingredient. So it's really helpful to freeze it and be able to pull it out all year round. So I'm going to keep cutting this up, and then I'll show you what we'll do after we've got all the pieces that can fit in the food processor. Okay, so now we have all of these chopped up into pieces that are going to fit through our food processor. This is just like a regular Cuisinart food processor. If you've got like a mini prep or something that's a lot smaller, that's totally fine. You can still do this. You're just going to need to empty your bowl more often than you would with something that's a little larger like this. It's no big deal. Okay, so we turn her on. And I've got mine fitted with the shredder blade, like you would use for cheese and stuff. Because we want this to be in like nice big thick shreds. So when it looks like you've filled up your bowl, this looks like it's getting a little bit full, go ahead and switch it off. Carefully take your blade out. Ah, there we go, look. Okay. So the thing about zucchini and summer squashes is they are super full of water, which is one of the things that's really healthy about them, but for freezing them, it's not so good. I also find that it's not so good for doing breads and stuff too. So what I'm going to do is put this in a thin dishcloth. You can use cheesecloth is a great option. I don't actually have any cheesecloth, and if you do use that, but if not, you can use a thin dish towel like this. It'll work just fine. You're going to want to kind of make a bundle, just like that. Get yourself a bowl and give it a really good squeeze. An incredible amount of liquid is going to come out of this. So you're going to just want to work it a little bit. Squeeze out as much of that liquid as you can. Because what will happen if you freeze it while it's full of all that liquid, it's going to get super soggy. Whenever you thaw it out, it's going to be like total mush. So if you're adding it to like a sauce or something, it's not such a big deal. But if you're wanting to use it for a bread or for some kind of like zucchini fritters or something like that, you're not going to want all of that liquid. And if you tried to get the liquid out after it was frozen, it would turn to just total garbage. It would just be mush. So we do it like this on the front end. Yeah, look at that. Look how much water, how much juice came out of just like one, I don't know, however much that is, a cup or so of zucchini. Let me grab another bowl to put this in and we'll squeeze out the rest of it. Okay, so that is the last of the zucchini that we have. And just look at how much liquid came out of this. This has a measure on it. Looks like half a quart. Half a quart of liquid came out of this. And you know, when I first started doing this, I was looking up ways to use all of this because I really, really hate throwing stuff away. And I thought there must be some amazing use for all of this super nutrient dense zucchini juice. I don't find zucchini juice to be particularly palatable, but I did find that some people added it to smoothies. So if you've got like a really good use for zucchini juice water, let me know because I'd hate throwing it away. But anyway, now what we're going to do is pack this into freezer bags. So I am just going to use regular plastic freezer bags. Here's a little tip. Before you pack it in your bags, you're probably going to want to write on it. It's a little difficult to write on afterwards. Zucchini, which I'm probably going to spell wrong. And what I'm going to do is I like to pack it in these 2-quart bags because I find that 2 cups is a really good amount to freeze in one package. The reason why is most recipes for like zucchini bread or zucchini cake are going to call for 2 cups. So I do like it's, you see this was a big old squeeze that we did, so that's like super packed in there. Do 2 cups like that. One more. And you know what? So there's going to be some like larger pieces of skin and stuff in here. And if that bothers you, you can pick those out. But I think it's kind of good. Actually, the skin of the zucchini and the summer squash have a lot of antioxidants in them. So they're super good for us. So once you've got your zucchini in like that, I like to kind of squish it all down to the bottom and zip it up almost all the way. That way I have a little bit more air. I can squeeze out of it like that. I pack it in super tight. Now, if you've got a super small freezer like we do, I like to kind of then, once all the air's out of it, turn it into like the flattest package possible. And you may find that there's even like a little more air you could kind of squeeze out of it. But I like to turn it into a super flat package like that. That way when you freeze it, either it's super flat laying like this, or once it's frozen, you can kind of file them away like little folders. And that's it. You pop it in the freezer. Now you can take this out. I didn't write the date on this, which I would recommend doing, but I have a feeling that ours is probably not going to last that long. And that's it. I hope you found this to be useful. If you did, hop on over to the blog, thecrunchyginger.com, or leave me a comment below. Subscribe, like. Thanks for watching.